Hey there, everyone. Here we are at lesson 13. I'm glad you're hanging in there, doing something that makes no sense to you. It will pay off. Don't worry. Remember, this is about practice. This is not about understanding. These are slow, steady steps in developing an entirely different worldview. The Course says everything you now believe is untrue, it's upside down and backwards, it's 180% off, etc., to make its point. So you don't just change your mind 180 degrees about everything with the snap of a finger. Bill Thetford, one of the two scribes of the Course, when recognizing this, said, I don't know how I can possibly change my mind about everything. That seems impossible. But guess what? He did it. He was the first truly successful student of A Course in Miracles. He asked for it, he got it, he used it, he got the fabulous results it promises, and we can too. Now, this lesson is very much like the one before, except yesterday's just talked about the fact that a meaningless world would be upsetting. This one is more specific. A meaningless world engenders fear. And it then goes on to say, actually, nothing meaningless can exist, but that doesn't mean we can't make it up. Remember, what we see as our world is a function of the kinds of thoughts that we're thinking. The other thing that's new here at Lesson 13 is it uses the word ego for the first time. And it says this idea of meaninglessness is very distressing to the ego, that sense of personal separate self that's related to a body and unrelated to anything else, because this now sets up a situation where this blank, meaningless world sets up a situation where God or love and our little personal self are challenging one another to say what can be written in this meaningless space. Well, that's pretty scary to the ego mind, and a lot of this goes down on in your consciousness where you're not aware of it, but you might say the war or the battle or the fear is going on there. So if you're fearful, it says you can be sure that the ego mind has been responsible for attributing the attributes to the world, endowing the world with the attributes that it has. So the exercises for today, as with all the preceding ones, are to just be done a minute or two, 3 or 4 times a day. It understands how unsettling this is to be told things with great authority that are absolutely opposite from everything that you ever believed before. So be gentle with yourself if you find all this alarming. And in this lesson, it asks you, with your eyes closed at first, to repeat today's idea, eyes closed, then open them and just slowly look around as your eyes light on everything, saying, I'm looking at a meaningless world. Just take in all the forms that you happen to see. I'm looking at a meaningless world. And then close your eyes again and conclude with this statement. A meaningless world engenders fear. It makes me afraid because I think my ego, is in competition with God or with love. You will resist this, of course, because it sounds preposterous. It then goes on to say something that sounds sillier yet, which is we're really afraid of the vengeance of the enemy, that somehow God/love is going to get us because of our transgressions of usurping the right to decide what this world means. So this is the first of a different kind of lesson. Don't dwell on the concluding statement. Don't try to make sense of it. Just realize a new foundation for living and being in this world is being established. Do please trust the process. Just do what it says for those few minutes a day. There is an erosion process going on. This is big time stuff. Have a wonderful day. Bye.